If you're a designer and you used Figma Make in the last 6 months and you dismissed it because it was not good enough, you are not alone. But in this video, I'm going to show you fundamental changes in Figma Make that have shocked me and my team, how the performance have become significantly better, allowing this tool to become best place for us to create prototypes from Figma design. I'm going to show you a comparison, how the same prompt I used in Codex or Claude created prototypes and the comparison to Figma Make. We're going to talk about performance, speed, all the different things that changed. I'm also going to show you a sneak peek into the beta of Figma Make that allows you to edit your own code. If you're new here, my name is Nehmat Gereige. I'm a design manager at Cvent with 13 years of design experience. I also have a background as a developer, and I'm a design professor for design students at Algonquin College. My goal from this channel is to share real quality knowledge with all of you. As soon as I learn something, I put it out there for you to see. No sponsored content, nothing that I vouch for unless I really use it in my own process. So first of all, what changed with Figma Make? And why does it really matter to you? I will summarize the main changes in 3 areas. The most significant change that we have seen with Figma Make is performance. Previously, I've even shown you videos where if you wanted to create a prototype with Figma Make, it took forever and the result was very, very bad. It actually was not at all up to par. It started as a random prototyping tool. I mean, it was okay. It was like the same level as Lovable or other tools that are out there right now, but it was not at all accurate. It took 10 minutes to create something and the result was not what we wanted. So you will see in previous videos that I'm showing you here, I've actually tested it to see if it could give me a high fidelity level prototype, and it has failed to do that a few months ago. However, now, and this is a test I'm going to show you today, the level of performance and accuracy is incredibly significant to an extent where I'm actually shocked. My team members are very happily shocked because they don't have to go out to Claude code anymore. So we're going to look more at that. Second thing is speed. As I mentioned, it used to take maybe 10 minutes to do something. Now, in less than 3 minutes, I was able to create this complete prototype workflow that matches exactly what I wanted. It matches my screens. It's very well done. I'm able to share it with my stakeholders. The third category that is worth mentioning is the significant integration with other Figma ecosystem features. Figma Make is currently capable of understanding Figma design way better than before, especially with where the future seems to be heading, where designers can work on their existing code in a visual way, still retaining the capability of being in control in Figma. If you haven't seen my full video on this feature, I'm linking for you above, but basically you can clone one of your repositories from GitHub. So let's say this is my code that I'm working on either by myself as a designer independently or with my team. You can copy that URL, you can clone it, you can decide where you want to save it. Once you trust the repository, Figma Make will run all the local dependencies, all the code, and will actually run the project for you so it becomes live and you're able to use it and edit on top of your actual code. Not editing code, designing. And here you go. In less than a few minutes, my project is live in Figma Make. All the code things that you probably do not know or understand as a designer, Figma Make is doing it on your behalf. And this is where I think Figma is being incredibly insightful. Remember, once again, what I'm showing you here, this feature is not yet in the regular Figma Make, it's in the Figma Make beta. And if you want to learn about how to sign up for it, you will see it in my other video. But now let's get started from the very beginning at Figma Make interface, all the changes. I want to show you a few demos, and then we will come back here to show you more about this incredible feature. If you're getting started with a new Figma Make file, let's look very quickly at the interface. You will see here you have the ability to add files, add context. This could be a particular Figma design that you have. You can add connectors. How is this significant? You will see there's so many existing connectors, like connecting your Slack, connecting your actual GitHub, connecting Atlassian products like your Jira and your Confluence, if these are the tools that you work with at work. Why this could be useful? Because let's say you have a feature from your product manager that is written on Jira. You could enter that Jira ticket as your entry point or your context. So it's very important that you take some time to connect connectors to Figma Make today. You also have access to skills. Just like the other Figma products, skills have now become available for you. So to manage skills, you can either come to the skills that are accessible to you by your team, somebody else may have created. You may have created a skill in Claude, and you can just add that here. Remember, a skill is simply an MD file that you can just upload if you've already created it. So you can add any skill that you previously created, whether with Claude or Codex, let's say a design critique skill, you can add that and benefit from it as well. Maybe not at this stage, but it's important to know that skills are available to you, or you can even start a skill from scratch. Let's say you have specific brand rules that you want to work with. You can always add those here. Here's you go. In their default example, they have a design crit. You can add a heuristic evaluation skill that you could probably create yourself if you want to be very specific. After you've worked with this long enough, you may even get creative and say, okay, I want to create an AI slop skill to prevent Figma Make from designing things in a specific way. So it's completely open to you. If you want to learn more about creating your own skills, linking to you to a video above. Even though this was for Claude, the same rules apply. These are the additional context windows that are available to us with Make. This new ability that was added. So just like with Claude, those of you who have used Claude Code, especially developers, when using Claude Code, they use plan mode. Plan mode allows you to plan or think of what you're trying to build, not just dive into building it. So I would say this is more relevant if the output of what you're creating with Make is intended to be development code. But I'm expecting that as a designer, your main purpose with Make is to actually build a quick prototype. And this is what I'm going to show you. That's the main use case. Next, I want to show you here all the different models that were added. This is my main argument. With Make, the most recent addition was GPT 5.6, which is available to you in Codex. Previously, we've had Gemini and Claude Sonnet. They were not strong enough, but now with Opus 4.8 and GPT 5.6, you have incredible capability that is making Make perform in the excellent way that it's doing that. It's not about which model it's better. It depends on the task that you're doing. What I've noticed is GPT 5.6 is excellent at recreating stuff accurately. And definitely it's better with tokens. Claude Opus would also be my go-to for more creative things. If I wanted to create something that is unique, I would go for Opus 4.8. Okay, the next thing that you see here is the Make kits. I've shown you in a previous tutorial how to create a Make kit. They've improved that process as well. I have not yet thoroughly tested it to see if it's better, but you can either start with library styles you have in Figma or NPM packages from your actual code, and this should help you with design system accuracy. Definitely worth testing if you already have your design system well built and you want to create with it. This is out of the scope of what we're testing right now. And lastly, looking at the interface, what's really fun and nice is the dictate option. So very often when I'm creating something, I don't want to start with a very well prepared prompt. I want to start with my thoughts flowing as I am in a design mode. And once you've entered that, you will see it actually transcribes everything that I said here, which allows me to speak in a flowy state with the agent and be able to create things. I do that the same way in Claude because I find it helpful. That's how my thoughts come out, and you can always send your prompt. So this is all about the interface. Of course, you have so many examples that you can get started with that people from the community have created, and you can see them in the Figma community. So for the purpose of this demo, what's really interesting is I created these screens with the Figma design agent because I wanted to have some SaaS screens for those of you who are working on real products, real applications that are complex and not just a dashboard. And I wanted 3 screens that are connected that I could prototype. It's a localization prototyping flow where, you could choose what language you wanted to localize your product to. So let's say you've designed something like this in Figma, and now it's time for you to prototype it. So naturally, you would want to select this. Now, if you were doing this the old way, you would have to go to prototype mode and connect things manually yourself. Or, of course, you could use even AI within Figma Design. But let's say this is really close to where you want to go. You want to test it with your users, you want to show it with your stakeholders. You want it to have enough polish so it actually looks like your product. Now, in the last few months, I've been showing you that you could do this by going to Claude or by going to Codex, right? Because they were more efficient at creating your prototype and making it look good. And this is because when I've tested Figma Make in the past, it actually struggled to do this, but not anymore. And this is where the big difference is. You can see here, as soon as we've selected this, send to Figma Make is our default option. Once you've clicked on that, Figma takes all these screens and integrates them inside your Make prompt. And once again, this is the incredible value of working within the same Figma ecosystem. Because why would I go elsewhere when this is done so easily on my behalf? What you have to understand is the very purpose of the Figma MCP was to enable those LLMs like Claude and Codex to understand your Figma file. But now that Figma has very efficiently brought both Claude and Codex LLMs inside of Figma, the connection is so much better. We've noticed the same thing within the Figma design agent, right? Because it is also using Claude and Codex. So I don't need to go elsewhere to generate vector. I'm able to do that from within Figma. And this is what's incredible. Now, when I sent this prompt using the default model, it took less than 3 minutes. And look at my prompt. My prompt was so simple: create an interactive prototype for my workflow. Within a few minutes, very few minutes, it was very noticeable for me because I'm not used to this level of performance from Figma Make. It created my exact screens. And here's a live demo of them. Here you go. This is my first screen. I'm at the first step. I want to initiate localization run. It moves like a real website. I clicked on approve segment, and here you go. This is successful. I can see the different languages. I can publish the artifact. I can also see a notification confirmation toast that I did not design for, but it's appearing here. And this workflow is live and available for me. And mind you, this happened only from a single prompt. Now, let's look at accuracy. Is this actually accurate? Did Figma Make do a good job? I want to see if it's really accurate to my design. And to do that, I'm going to come right here and click on copy design. Copying the design, I will come back to my actual design file, and I'm going to click Command V. And as you can see, it's pasting that last screen that Figma Make created. And oh my God. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to zoom in, but this is exactly the same screen. There is no difference. It's the same image. Everything is exactly the same. So the accuracy is beyond impressive. And this is natural. This is what you would expect from Figma Make because it's living in the Figma ecosystem. The biggest advantage Figma has right now is this connection where these tools should talk together. And finally, I can see that this is happening so wonderfully. So let us compare accuracy. I'm coming to Claude, I'm copying the exact prompt, and now I want to give it a link to my workflow. And already I'm noticing that is definitely less smooth than saying send to Make, but here you go. I'm sending this here and copying the whole thing, and I will do the same thing within Codex, and I will show you what happens. And I don't know if this has happened to you, but I cannot tell you how many times my Claude connectors keep connecting and disconnecting, and I have to re-authenticate again. So if this is happening to you, you're not alone. So now let's look at the results that we've gotten from Claude and Codex for comparison. Downloading and opening this. This is the Claude version. You will see this is the first path. It looks pretty good, but I see some elements are missing because it does not have access to my Figma resources, unlike Make. Do you see? The image is missing from here. To compare, Make had this from the very beginning because, of course, it has access to my Figma. What else is different? It's pretty good. This is my second screen, and once again, I see quite a few things, especially visual elements are missing. So let's compare this. Wow, that's a lot that is missing. Do you see? This is my Figma Make. It actually matches my design exactly. The Claude version is kind of close, but it's not that great. So I have to click on Approve Segments in Make to move to my third screen, which is the confirmation screen. And here, clicking on Approve Segments did not take me there. It took one more step to get me there. I mean, it looks pretty good, but I can definitely see that the fidelity of what was created in Figma Make is exact. It's 100% accuracy of what I had. And that is not the case with Claude. Claude took the liberty to add a few good things. So definitely it's good. I'm not saying don't use Claude and Figma MCP. Not at all. But what I'm saying, Figma Make is shockingly more accurate. So depending what is your preferred tool, you can go with that. I personally, I'm happy to stick with Make if what we're creating is a simple, accurate prototype that we want to show to stakeholders. Now, jumping to Codex, what Codex has done, it misunderstood my instruction. It didn't create an HTML version, but it actually went inside my Figma file and it created the prototype connections for me. Wow. That is really interesting. I didn't even know I could do that. Here you go. Let's play this. Nice. And it created a few extra screens that are not that great, but you get the point. So very interesting, different interpretation of the same exact prompt. That's why I wanted you to see it. I mean, of course, if I was working with Codex and I want an HTML, I could go back and specify. But that's another case in point to why working with Figma Make is amazing. And I wouldn't want Codex messing with my vector layers. If I wanted to do that, I would do that with the Figma design agent, or there's a hidden AI action here that not many of you know about called add interactions. If you actually click on it, Figma AI would do this on your behalf. Another thing that is super useful about Make is the comment feature, which allows you to treat Make like you would treat Figma design, making it a place for iteration. Let's say I'm a design manager, I'm reviewing the work that some of my designers have done. So clicking on this comment feature allows me to come here. I can select a specific element. Like let's say if I don't like this particular icon, when I select it, the icon itself gets selected, and I'm saying replace this icon with a book icon that's green. You're selecting the exact context that you want to leave a comment on. Now, this is in the current version, but in the beta version of what's coming with Figma Make, this annotate feature right here allows you to annotate for the agent. So I can select a specific element, like let's say, let me select this icon itself, rather than leaving it as a comment for somebody, and I'm sure we would have the option to comment as well. I can tell the agent what to do with that, and this is really useful for iterating. So I'm saying change this icon to a green book, and you see once I clicked it, this becomes another change added to the list that I can apply, and the agent will do it. And here you go. It happened very fast. And lastly, coming back to the Figma beta to show you more of what's coming with Figma Make, the Figma Make local code is fantastic because, like we said, the value is you're getting started with things that already exist. So let's say this is my app. I can come right here and click on this edit button. At this point, Figma Make does not have an edit button, but in beta, this will be coming. And what this means is you can select things on your interface and you would have the ability to change them. So I can write a line, I can move where elements are, I can edit text on the screen itself, I can change images from my computer the same way I would for a Figma screen. Within Figma design, I can change the order of my design. And mind you, everything that I've done gets added right here as an action that needs to apply to the code, to my actual work. So if I don't want any of this, I can discard them. But if I do like what I've done with this design, I can apply them. And remember, this is applying it to my code. I can also select the annotate mode, just like with Claude Design, so I can give specific changes that I want the agent to do on my behalf. I can also make a commit and send this back to my developers. Under my commits, you will see all the commit histories that were done right here. What is coming with this is incredibly exciting because it is simplifying that design engineer collaboration between designers and developers. This does not mean it needs to be the path for all of you, but for so many designers who want to work on actual code in smaller companies, this feature is going to be incredibly helpful for them. And there you have it. It's for many of these reasons that I just showed you, including the perfect integration of the Figma ecosystem between Figma Design, Figma Make, the performance improvements, the fidelity to design system, the level of accuracy and performance that has been significantly enhanced. This is the reason why so many of my team members have been moving to Figma Make instead of going back to Claude or Codex as intermediary tools to understand Figma designs. So if your workflows are designed and created inside Figma Design and you want to prototype, the wonderful news is you no longer have to go elsewhere. By all means, if your developers are working in Claude or there is value for you to go there and use Claude or Codex, you can. But the improvements happening in Make are taking away the need to go outside of Figma, giving you the choice to decide where you want to go. If your goal is a simple, interactive prototype that you can share with your team, definitely Figma Make is your best place because just copying that link makes it available versus having to come here, download an HTML and sharing it with your team to open it. This is not something that you can do with your users. Even if you were to make the Claude artifact as an artifact that you can publish and share, I mean, it's okay, but all these things are workarounds that we had to do a few months ago. I'm asking, do you still want to do them now? If you do, please let me know. I would love to learn about your reasons. But my teams are slowly shifting back to the tool where their designs exist. I'm very curious to learn if the same is happening with you. Please share with me in the comment. If this video has added value to you, please let me know. I always love to read your comments. Thank you so much for watching.